All right, devil horn salute. Guys, devil horn. There's no cool down. 2-3 days now. It's been up in the 90s, feels like 100. We're up in the upper 70s, lower 80s at night. There's no cool down. I have to shut my shit down occasionally, give it a fucking break. Save that money, because guess what? You run that AC, it makes that bill awful fucking big, don't it? So now I got to give everything a welcome, guys. I was just sitting here thinking about my Army enlistment. I went in the Army back in July 28th of 1983. And I got out in January 10th of 1980. My career was not that long, thank God. And I'm sitting here and I'm wondering today, all of a sudden, all the truth's coming out from the past. And I know from 1980 to 85 that there was nothing but druggies going into the Army. The Army could not get nobody but druggies to get in. People that were on LSD, people that were smoking pot, people that shot shit in their arms already by 18. That's the kind of recruits they were getting. Some didn't use drugs, but most did. So, and back in the 1960s, they saw that LSD. Could that make a person into a killer or more of a pacifist? See, at one time in the military, there was a problem. Because of Christianity values, it was hard for another person to want to kill another person. Yeah, they actually had to train that out of you at one time. By the time I was in, I don't think anybody there had a problem. We were willing to blow you the fuck away, no, not even thinking about it. There was no ifs, ands, and buts. We're here to kill you. Seriously, I don't think anybody was a pacifist by 1983. Everybody there knew the deal. You were there to kill, if called upon. So no, us Cold War guys don't get no credit. We don't get the fancy little hat saying I'm a Cold War veteran with all the little hoo-ha pins, and we can't even join the VFW unless it's a special circumstance. Yeah, we get no credit at all. One skill, though, the infantry gave me is this. I'm an 11 Bravo 1 Papa Yankee, which is a infantryman, paratrooper, pathfinder. And it gave me great skills for being homeless. That's right. You know, one thing about being infantry is anywhere you dig a hole, that's your fucking home. Yeah, I got great skills at being homeless. I was homeless back in the 1990s. I was living in tents. I was living in 85 T-Bird. I was living anywhere I could. Except for the hole in the ground. I'd roll a freshie, but that shit costs money too. So, no, I'm sitting here wondering now. Right now, we had dropped some bombs on Iran's nuclear thing, and a lot of people don't realize this, especially people in their 20s. Back in 1980 or so, when Carter was still president, the Iranians took over our embassy, the U.S. embassy in Tehran or whatever. They kicked out the Shah of Iran, put in an Ayatollah Assahola, and we've been having problems ever since. We have. And Carter was weak. The country was weak after Vietnam, because one last thing the military did not want was, we don't need another Vietnam. We just got our asses handed to us by this little fucking primitive army, and we're licking our wounds, and we really don't know what direction to go into right now. Oh, we've got the Russian problem on the Iron Curtain, but other than that. So yeah, because of that, we didn't do shit. For 400 some odd days, it kept the embassy hostages, Marines, the workers, the staff. When Ronald Reagan became president, that day, they let the hostages go because they knew Reagan wasn't fucking around. And Reagan, after that, started the piss test in the military. And thanks to Ronald Reagan, I have no VA benefits. It used to be when you signed in, there, you know, if you survived basic training, you qualified for the VA hospital and that. But no, I am short by 6 months. Things weren't working out, and I got in trouble. And there's a lot of people I know. There's a lot of people I grew up with, and there's some supposed shame for not finishing out the contract. But then again, remember, we were a volunteer army. Yeah, we volunteered to do a certain job, and some of us did, like me, I didn't get my certain job. All I wanted to do was go out and live in the woods for 2 years with a rifle, figure out life, and then go on from there. I didn't end up in that. I got thrown out of fucking airplanes and pushed into shit called a tax site as a pathfinder with fire ants and mosquitoes, talking to rotorhead fucking pilots. It ain't what the fuck I signed up for, but it is what it is, you know. Anyhow, anyway, so I'm wondering, though, with the problems on the streets, that would, hey, assholes, open up a draft. That would solve the problem. We've got a lot of people out there that are anti-government. They're malicious. They want to throw things. They want to burn things. They want to shoot things. They want to kill things, loot things. That sounds like the perfect army to me. Put these people in green and send them over fucking seas. I hope to God there ain't boots on the ground. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think they're going to bomb the fuck out of whatever first, Yemen, Iran, whatever, but eventually you might have to have boots on the ground. So I think with Ukraine, though, there was no peace settlement. So actually Zelensky, who was a bad guy, all of a sudden is a good guy because he's tying up Putin's hands. We don't want the Russians involved in the Middle East, and their army's so hurt right now they really can't extend any further. They have to use mercenary troops to get into Africa to whatever, destabilize that continent. So I'm just sitting here today, a few views. My generation was that last generation to where we could party. Yeah, I mean, all the way, when you enlisted, you go down for the, your physical, the smart test. I pissed dirty. I was all full of drugs, acid, pot, you name it, I had it. You go piss you again, you swear in again, I'm dirty again, gave a better sample. I'm fucked up going through drug withdrawals at the reception station in Fort Jackson, South Carolina, and by the time I'm at Fort Benning, I'm in full withdrawals, and I got people up my ass, and here it is, my new reality. It's time to grow up, and it was time to grow up. What a shock. So I realized this, these people that were running the military had to know that the recruits they were getting back then were fucking junkies. In fact, they used to call the 82nd Airborne the jumping junkies. Now today, the force is cleaner. Yeah, they can't be on dope. You can't piss when you show up for the fucking, your test now. You can't piss dirty. When you piss again, you better not piss dirty or they'll kick you out in basic. You better fucking spend the next 4 or 5 years of your life clean. Of course, now the drugs are different. Back when I was growing up, we had great LSD, we had the best pot, we had the best pills, we had the best of everything. It's a little different now, and I don't think today I would join the Army. Let me check my time. Yeah, we ain't dropped the video. Hey, kitty. Yeah, I don't think I'd join the Army now. God damn it. No fucking way, man. My grandparents fought in World War II. My grandmother was a nurse. She even had a service ribbon for being close to the front, like on a MASH unit. My grandfather, who I didn't even know this till I check a grave, find a grave, whatever. He won a Silver Star in the Apennines in Italy. I had no idea. So yeah, we actually have a Silver Star winner in my family. Uncle Ray, they didn't talk about much. He was in France. I saw a picture of him in France. They said he was with Patton. My dad was a draft dodger, and I went airborne. And I couldn't tell you anything else. Don't know anything about the Desert War or any of that. It was a whole generation after me. I was fortunate enough to serve with Vietnam vets. I grew up with Vietnam vets. I actually was growing up around a Vietnam sniper, a Marine sniper that was in Vietnam, and also his brother was there probably around Tet. Nobody really talked about shit, if you get what I'm saying. So, interesting. I'm selling you a Wolf Ticket Day, just a little war update. Yeah, I'd like to see the damage these bunker buster bombs had. They didn't have that tech back then. The Bradley was just coming out, and so was the Abrams back when I was in. Things have changed a little bit. Well, now we're going to have war. Now we're going to missiles and drones. That shit, we had missiles, but they weren't really used like they are now. And drones, what the fuck? We didn't even have a drone back then. That technology wasn't there, so I'm done. It's just a Wolf Ticket, just selling time because my channel's tanking. Hit the like and subscribe. Airborne all the way. The Rangers lead the way. It's going to be an interesting few weeks. Out of here.